Hey guys, it's Alon. But recently I've worked a lot more on the northwestern Farverlands in my Minecraft creative map, which are the ones based on the C minus 3444475085977863881. So you can see by me I've built much more the Z section of the Z side, the Farverlands. I actually still have yet to work on the X side, the one that eventually leads up to the wall with the lines in the low layer. But and here you can also see I actually recreated a lot of the corner farmlands from that seed just before the initiation of the farmlands. Like this cool archway here that I found right before the farmlands start in that world. And a lot of this is actually block for block from that world, block by block recreation from that map. There. So now let's head over this way, along the diagonal line. Chunk loading is a bit more laggy than 1.18 apparently. But now let's head over this way, along the diagonal line. Now let's head over. Oh, there you see in a moment. That's an area, a little bit of area I need to figure out. We'll see a slight change in the pattern. I found that on that world, on my beta 1.2, and then on my beta 1.02 Aether main world, the diagonal line actually changes pattern. It changes the pattern a few times before it's reaching its final state. Like here, like this is actually a recreation of how it looked at 1.2 billion on the x-axis, of how it spawned at 1.2 billion on the x-axis. I actually have a swamp biome here. And in the finished map, this high layer will actually extend outward, all the way to the other diagonal line. I'll show you guys in a moment. And here's the next pattern change I put here. And this is how it spawned at 2 billion blocks. And I just copied and pasted all this actually, so this section of sand from the desert biome it got copied as well. Anyway, so here's how the diagonal line spawned on that map when I checked it on my beta 1.22 Aether, 1.22 Aether main world, where I checked we're at 2 billion blocks out of the x-axis, which is actually much more similar, closer to the final state. And here's how it appeared at 34.359 billion, which is actually the final state of the diagonal line. And you'll continue repeating all the way out till the noise coordinates begin moving precision. In this map, I'm not sure if I will recreate that. I might just have this pattern repeat all the way out to the corner fringe land. By the way, guys, I wonder if I should move the biome fill noise farmlands a bit further out, because I thought about it, but it would be quite a bit of work actually. Alright, now let's head back to the beginning of the Farverlands here. Yeah, see it's loading now. Now let's head off in this direction. And that gap in the high layer over there is unintended. I will actually fix that very soon. Over here, you'll see my recreation of the diagonal line that just cuts right through the top here, and that reaches the Farverlands boundary of the x-axis at v equals 1,020,000,020, or x is 1,496,920, at v equals 1,020,089,900 or so. So I'm gonna spring out a pumpkin and put And put a pumpkin, and put, pumpkin patch. And bring out a bone meal, and tall grass. This is the point when the edge part of the land became kind of thinner. Not like in the spring plant, though. Just... Ah, why is it the computer stands tonight? If I continue off in this direction here, you guys will see the jungle biome that I am building over here. And then if I keep heading off, I can see. You'll eventually see a diagonal line leading into a section where the low layer is all sand. Because there is actually eventually in my beta 1.0 Aether main world, when we travel far enough, well, keeping X year 1 building from 5,920, travel far enough long as you actually will eventually come at a point where the low layer is very thin and is all near sea level. So, and so a lot of beaches would generate on that layer. Unfortunately, it will all collapse because there's no prevention of floating sand layers in the natural generation. But eventually, and then there's the high layer, the reappearance of the high layer. And eventually, the sand layer, the beach layer, will eventually end in a diagonal line and give way to ocean with the high layer overhanging, with the high layer over it, like an overhang. In fact, I like to refer to the region where X is very large and Z near 1,465,900 as the wall, and that map, and this area here near 1,465,920 in the X-axis, and when Z is very large, as the overhang, and again that's specific to that map. It is different in each world, but the map that I got in that mod was pretty interesting. I happened to get in that mod was pretty interesting. So yeah, guys, that's about all I got for today. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and hit the bell and click on all for all notifications. And goodbye.